got the letter there. The purpose of this meeting is to appoint the new precinct chairs. And we've got 10 new people. We've got, what I'm going to do is just go through the list here. Now, if the folks aren't here, we're still going to go through the process. So we've got Renee Munoz, Precinct 20. Kimberly Curtis, Precinct 25. Are you here? Angela Flores Renato, Precinct 50. Tony Ballinger, 59. James Sale, 67. Gracie Doris, 89.
Teresi,
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Mona Lisa Burbenstein.
Eberstein.
105. Rich Hammonds, 115. Jackie Hodges, 116. D. Stokes, 123. All right. In order to make this official, I need a motion that we appoint...
A point of information, please.
Yes.
According to the Texas Election Code, a quorum to nominate or fill a vacancy requires a majority of the members, which would be 29, if I understand.
Parliamentarian, Joe Yao.
What did you say? I didn't even hear.
Yeah, she's back on the...
I said, according to the Texas Election Code, to fill a vacancy on the Executive Committee requires a majority of the members, which is 29, not 14.
Requires
now, I don't mind voting, but I mean, that's what
I think the rule is that it requires a majority vote of the. If a quorum is present, it requires a majority vote of that quorum. I think that's.
Read the law.
I have the rule right here. I can read it, sir, if you like. The County Executive Committee shall fill by appointment any vacancy on the committee, except as provided in subsection C, and I have that information. A majority of the committee's membership must participate in filling a vacancy. To be elected, a person must receive a favorable vote of a majority of the members voting.
Right.
But a majority must be present, a majority of the membership. Yes, a majority.
Yeah, could you read it again,
Yes,
please?
ma'am, I sure will.
A
majority.
3 minutes.
A copy of the party
So then there'll be 3 minutes.
majority.
A fourth has to be present for this.
I don't think party
So I'm going
rules
to read it again. It'll be 3 minutes.
are against
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
It'll be 3 minutes either side. So, okay, you got 3 minutes. Go ahead and read it.
Okay, I'll read it one more time. Section 171.024, filling a vacancy. The County Executive Committee shall fill by appointment any vacancy on the committee. B, except as provided by subsection C. First, a majority of the committee's membership must participate in filling a vacancy. To be elected, a person must receive a favorable vote of a majority of the members voting. Subsection C says a vacancy in the office of the precinct chair may be filled without participation of the majority of the committee membership if only one person is a candidate to fill the vacancy and the one person, 1, was elected as a precinct chair in the most recent primary election in the county, and 2, is eligible to serve in the vacant office.
Okay.
And I think that's the one it falls under.
No, it doesn't.
Joel?
Were you elected in the last precinct? I'm not, and nothing against you.
No. But there's nobody else
That's
in
the exception.
But the 3 minutes is up.
But it says and, not or.
Folks,
And must.
Says and, yeah.
I've been on the Rules Committee of the party several times, and I cannot find a copy of the rules here, but they're here somewhere. If Ted can get on the ball.
I actually have them on my phone if you want me to read them, but I think that the Texas Election Code trumps party rules.
Because you're not a party.
Well, Texas Election Code does trump party rules.
Your 3 minutes are up.
And the party rules state the call for a quorum, and the quorum for a non-statutory meeting, which this is. In a statutory meeting, it doesn't matter. You could have 2 precinct chairmen. No, because you're carrying out the rules of the state. But in one of these things like this, or other that matters, it's 1/4 of the existing precinct chairman is what the rules of the party say. So that would be whatever the number is, 14? 14.
You don't think it's right to stand for the law?
Majority of the people before speaking.
Yeah,
I'm trying to hear what he's saying, not what you want to say.
I apologize.
We're going to have to ask you to leave. Anybody that's not a precinct chair, I mean, this is an open meeting, but if you're going to interrupt, you got to leave.
I won't interrupt again. I apologize.
But, Mr. Yao, could you repeat that?
I think a quorum is present. But I don't know how many, I didn't count.
Well, there's 14, so 8 people have got to say yes.
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's
A majority of the 14 have got to authorize any action tonight. There's no
May
question
I
about
see
that.
the rule, and if I'm wrong, I certainly will apologize.
And the time is up.
I am going from what I recall of the party rules.
Shouldn't we see it, though?
We'll go back to Ms.
Don't we have a right to see it?
I don't think that's right.
Beaverstein. I mean, if you
Just a
read it
comment,
right,
just a comment on it, in looking over the very first sentence, if I can read it just right off the page. But it appears to be even by appointment, not even by a vote. So you've actually got better than that, it sounds like to me.
Right.
Because here it says, shall fill by appointment. These are...
Except as provided.
Right, by subsection C, except, and you were saying this doesn't qualify anyway over here, so here he could almost fill it by appointment. And right now
According to that, I don't know where...
No, he's not doing that, is what I'm saying, but it can be done on some
Doesn't say
things.
by appointment of the chairman.
Any vacant, no, by appointment, though, not by vote, and we're voting.
Have
we're
we
not
always
appointing.
voted, Mike? Yes.
So that's a good thing, that's a good thing.
We voted on
I mean, that seems like it's doing one better than what...
I could have just done the dictatorship.
Yeah.
Appointed folks.
Yeah.
Instead, we always voted.
Actually, it's saying that, if you look at the top sentence,
It can be appointed.
it can be appointed. So, yeah, you're doing one better than that, you're opening it up to a vote, so...
Right.
Seems like you're doing better than that, but I don't know.
The 3 minutes is up. Now, does anybody else want to speak in favor or against what we're doing here? Good. Well,
Did it say something about a majority of the members voting?
It says the majority
Yeah.
of the membership must be
Membership
present.
vote, it's down at the bottom, it says
No, it says
majority
no.
vote, majority.
Chairman, I'd like to move that we vote on the slate of... I'm sorry.
we still got 2.5 minutes.
Doesn't must be present. I mean, I just want to do it by the rules, by the law.
That's why we're giving everybody 3 minutes. Let's talk about this.
Well, I thought you said something about at the end of it, about the majority of the members voting.
Well, okay,
Where's
that's
the
in
end of it?
subsection C, I think
Okay.
you're asking about. Subsection C is a vacancy in the office of precinct chair may be filled without the participation of the majority of the committee members. If only one person is a candidate to fill the vacancy, and that one person, was elected as a precinct chair in the most recent primaries for the county, which they may have done, and then majority is eligible to serve in the office. That's
Well, it doesn't matter, we've got the bylaws here, I thought.
But no, they don't. They don't even...
Okay, folks.
Local bylaws.
Mike said it was in the local bylaws.
You said it was.
James,
Mike
would you like
told me
to
it
say
was.
something?
I think I have 3 minutes.
Now, wait a minute. Now, look. Just a minute here. Now, look. James has got the floor now. You've had your 3 minutes. He's got his, and then we'll open up for anybody else, and then we're going to take a vote on this.
Chairman, since I believe we have the quorum by our Republican rules, that I'd like to make a motion that we approve the slate that was previously named, and I'd like to call that question.
Second.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. We've got a motion. We've got a second. What I want to do is show of hands of the folks that are precinct chairs that want to go ahead and elect these folks as new precinct chairs. Those in favor, raise your hands. We got
Mike, I think we have
One.
to, since I called the question, I think we have to call that question first, just to make sure we're still on
call
order.
the question. I'm not familiar with that.
You're
I
right.
think we have to ask who wants to call the question. I'm sorry.
Well,
Since I said it,
who wants?
Well, I don't want to give anyone a
It stops
reason
the
to...
discussion, number one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it calls for the vote.
Anybody want to call the question?
Precinct 26, Sam Dalton, I call the question.
Okay. All those in favor of appointing our slate of new
No, of
precinct
calling the
chairs-
question.
Of calling the question, okay, raise your hand. 10, 11, 12, 13. We have a majority.
Now we can...
Now, I need a motion to appoint our slated list of people of new precinct.
You have this.
James made the motion. Drusilla, you make the second. Okay, all those in favor of appointing these folks as precinct chairs, raise your hand. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, I'm 14. Angie, what about you? You're the secretary. We have a majority, 15. Anybody opposed?
I oppose not to the people, only to the process.
The motion passes. We have a group of new precinct chairs.
Yeah.